What's up, everyone? Today we are back with another Star Wars do-it-yourself video, and today we have Darth Revan's Mask, one of my personally favorite Sith Lords ever. He happens to be from the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video games, the ones that I grew up playing. So this mask is something that I thought would be fun personally. Hopefully you guys find it interesting as well. Also, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to everyone who's been supporting these do-it-yourself Star Wars videos. They're doing by far the best on my channel so far. And I have a brand new channel, so that's not saying much. But nonetheless, I still wanted to say thank you for the support you guys have shown so far. But without further ado, this is what you'll need. Alright, so this is what you'll need for your epic Darth Revan mask. Now obviously, you will need to get your hands on a Darth Revan Mask replica. As always, I get mine from Silver Octagon Technologies, which is a fellow YouTuber that I actually met through the app Let Go. And he does 3D printing, which is to scale models of everything. So that's how I obtain all of my 3D printed materials that I use for my videos. I would highly recommend you also finding someone with a 3D printer if you do not have one, because it is the cheaper alternative route for finding to scale perfect replicas. So that's just the mask. As you can see, it's pretty high quality. I thought that since the last two builds that we've done was so out there and non-traditional, we would try and make this Darth Revan mask look as close as possible to the original. And what you'll need is the metallic aluminum that we've been using previously. I'm not sure how to say this. The satin claret wine, which is a deeper red, silver hue, black, and pearl white. You will obviously need paintbrushes, and if you kept up with my other videos, a sanding brick, which is one of the most important tools that you have for do-it-yourself lightsaber builds, because you need to sand off the old paints and make all the rough edges smooth so that way the paints adhere evenly and you have a nice crisp coating. And lastly, you will need tape to tape off the sections that you want to remain a certain color so you have nice crisp lines. Alright, so we are currently starting our first base coating of the metallic aluminum. I am choosing to do the silver base first, so that way we can tape off the sections that we want to be silver and go over it with the deep Darth Malik red. Now, as you can see already, I'm sure, it is quite windy out here today, so hopefully that's not affecting the audio too bad, and it's going to make painting the mask a little tedious, but that's okay, we'll get around it. And as always, I have my trusty barrel over here, and I am simply suspending the mask in air with fishing line, so that way I can paint it hands-free. Also, same as my other videos, if you're brand new, I like to do things in threes, so that way you have a nice clear coat. So here is the first one. Remember to keep the appropriate distance away while spraying, which is about a foot, so that way you get a nice even coating. I'll be back when it's time to tape off the sections. Okay, so this is the finished coating. I intentionally left up here a little bit more rough looking. You'll see why I chose to do so towards the end. And now we are currently in the taping section where we're going to tape off our areas that we want to remain silver, so that way we can go with our second coating of the red. There's the first layer. The first section is taped off that I want to remain silver. We have a few more sections to go. It's looking good so far. And remember, if you're doing layers of tape, to make sure that they were all sealed nicely. So you see right here that open spot, you want to smooth that out so that way no paint can shoot in there and get into the silver that you want to remain silver. So just check it over and make sure it's all sealed properly. We now have everything sectioned off the way that we wanted. Everything that is taped down will remain silver, and everything that is exposed will turn into our dark red for the red portion of our Darth Revan Mask. Alright, we are doing our satin claret wine, and as always, if the neighbors are in the background of the video, I do apologize, but as I always say, I will never judge someone for having fun with their children on their days off, because that's what your days off are for, to enjoy your family. So far, so good. Okay. That's pretty nice crisp lines. We did a pretty good job, I think. Oh yeah, that is looking nice. Man. There we go. Yes, sir. Look at that. I am very happy with how that came out. Very, very happy. Sorry if the audio is starting to take a hit. It's starting to get pretty windy out here. There's some storm clouds rolling in, so I may have to finish painting this inside, who knows. But this is the rough draft. It's looking pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. All we have left to do now is add all the details to make it look like Revan's mask that he wore through the wars. Make it look all rough and beat up like it should be. But I am very happy with how that turned out. This just goes to show that if you take your time while taping off your lines, it will turn out amazing. So I'm not sure if this is showing up on camera or not. Hopefully it is. But you can kind of see that worn design look. And that's achieved very simply. I'll show you how to do it down here. But that's the kind of worn look that I'm going for. So far I'm happy with the way it looks. Just a little tip for you. If you can't afford the fancy smancy art supplies, just use paper plates for your paint palette and it works just as good. But what you want to do here for the weathering technique, very simple, and I explained this in the past video as well, but you're going to get paint on your brush and then you're going to proceed to brush that off. And you're going to be left with a dry brush that has paint on it, and then you will take that, then with your dry brush you will come in here and you will just gently paint along the areas that you wish to look worn. Very simple. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but I'll give it another little coating just so you know the concept. If you get too much on there like that, while it's still wet, smear it with your thumb. Bam. There you go. That's all there is to the weathering technique. Alright, so here is the finished product. As you can see, I made it look extremely worn, but then again, Darth Revan's mask is worn because he's been through countless wars with it. I am very pleased with how this turned out. You can see how it's worn up top here. And just a tip for you guys, don't be afraid to layer colors. For example, this front face mask part right here, I layered in the red, black, and pearl white. I layered them together multiple times over and over again to achieve this worn look, so that way one color doesn't overpower the other. So when you have your colors chosen, don't be afraid to explore, because you can always cover it up if you don't like it and do it again. It is paint after all. And don't forget to do your accent lines. That really adds to the worn look. But anyway, this is the finished Darth Revan mask. I am very pleased with the way that it turned out. And if you're wondering what that shiny metallic look is inside the visor, where you would see from, since I made this to be more of a prop and not functional to actually wear and look out of, to get that nice silver look, all I did was glue a piece of tape on the inside, because I'm just going to have this displayed on my desk just like so. I don't need to worry about what the inside looks like. But for those of you that are going to wear this for like Halloween and Comic-Con and things like that, you'll have to pay more attention to what the inside of yours looks like. I don't have to for my reasons. That is all the time that I have for this video, unfortunately. Leave a comment down below what is the favorite part of the video for you, and whether or not that you think the mask looks pretty true to Darth Revan's mask. I personally think that we did a pretty good job. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because as I said earlier, it goes a long way with making it feel like someone's actually watching your videos out there. So, thank you so much. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.